point was around building a relationship, right? And the reason, just quickly, so you understand what we do from a recruitment perspective, is around to get a job and to gain employment properly. It takes a lot of time, right? You need someone who's going to be objective, so that way you don't get sold up the garden path and think that this role is absolutely perfect or this company. So you need that objectivity, independence, and of course the main one, of course, is around the expertise. So knowing where the work is, where the roles are, who are the right companies, etc. And rest assured, we only account for 15-20% of the market of how people gain employment, right? Who thinks they know the way that a lot of people gain employment? George?
Through word of mouth.
Yep. Bingo. That's it. Yep. The number one way, it's not Seek, it's not an online job board or whatever, right? It's going to be through referral and word of mouth. Yep. And as cliche as it comes, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
One of the challenges with recruiters nowadays is that credibility. Because it's seen as positions being posted online. You're applying and they're just building up a pipeline of candidates.
Yep.
There's no real engagement and interaction with that specialist type of recruitment. There is, a varying degree of guys that really know the industry, guys that really, value the relationship with candidates and building that relationship on. But one of the things is really that credibility in the markets, because the market is flooded with recruitment agencies, small to medium, large agencies, and you apply for positions, they don't get back to you. So really it's about also finding and doing your research on who you engage with as a recruiter.
Yep, definitely. And this is where I'll come back to as a quick one on how you can do that, is the earlier point where I love and I hate LinkedIn at the same time, right? So one of the things about having the connections, and one of the ways it's going to help you to get in the front door, is find out who's working at that company and call them up and find out who the person is that you need to speak to, get all the background info and intel, etc. that you need. Then when you put your application letter and your resume together, it's nicely targeted and those sorts of things as well. And instead of being like everyone else and all the sheep and applying to the job or whatever the case may be, you've got someone that's gone, hey, I've worked with this woman, she's bloody good, here you go, right? Because I find candidates through referral and word of mouth. So I very rarely go out and advertise roles, and the way that I find candidates is I ask my trusted candidates in the market who I've placed before who they know, who they've worked with, and I do 2 peer references and I do 2 hiring manager referees, right, before we then start working with people as well. That's just our approach and our style, because I'm not in the resume database business, right? I could have a database but it's irrelevant. I work with people that I know and I've assessed and those sorts of things as well, but that's our approach.